Hi guys and welcome to today's video. As you can see, I'm joined by Ella, who also has a YouTube channel, so I'll link her down below, and we're going to film some videos for her channel as well, so they'll also be linked. Today we are just going to talk about our experience of being first years doing English Lit. So we thought we'd just chat about some different things related to that, so that if you're thinking of doing English Lit, you kind of know what it's like, basically.
Yeah, that's about it.
I've written some questions down in my notebook based on things that I think I would have wanted to know, and also what our friends who do English Lit with us said that they would have wanted to know before coming to uni. First one I've got is like the overall experience, like have we enjoyed it? Have you enjoyed it?
I've enjoyed it. Like, I think there have been elements where it hasn't been so great, like strikes and stuff. I don't know if everyone knows about that, but
Yeah.
strikes weren't great, but I really enjoyed the modules. They were good. I did like the lecturers as well. It was
Yeah,
really good.
I
actually,
really enjoyed it. I personally think all of our lecturers at our uni, English especially, are really good, had really good ideas, and also most of the texts we covered were really interesting. Like, there were a few that were a bit boring. The majority were like interesting ones, and I felt like the lecturers looked at them from different perspectives that I wouldn't look at them for myself.
Yeah, and they left you with like room to think of your own argument, because that's one of the key things of, you know, making an argument, and like they would give you enough to sort of set you on your way, but not to like completely influence your decision.
Yeah,
That's
definitely. Module selection is something else I've written down. How like we had to choose modules and the process of it.
Yeah, first year was really easy. They just sent you a big pamphlet. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Big pamphlet with a
To your house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Description, and it was so simple. They walked you through how to apply for modules, and the first year it's not too difficult. There aren't actually that many modules to pick from.
I think because I'm joint honours, I only did 3, and I think I got given the option of 5 different modules, so I just picked my top 3 that sounded most interesting. And then we had one core module that we didn't get to pick, but that was like laying the groundwork for basically how to write essays and stuff, which was very helpful.
Yeah, you needed that one, so yeah, it was really not too bad.
Lectures and seminars, what are they? Basically the difference between the two, because I didn't really know before I came to uni, but lectures are what you think of university when you like see it in films and stuff. Is in a massive hall with like 100 to 200 people all sat kind of in like, how would you like, what's this called when the seats are,
not right.
the seats are like raised
seats.
And with the lecturer at the front with like a PowerPoint. And then seminars, you go into smaller groups and you have a seminar tutor, and you look at stuff in more detail, like you can ask questions and stuff.
Oh, and also, I don't think if we said seminars are compulsory. I mean, you can like get out of them if you need to. You can email and say, I'm sorry, I can't come. But
I mean, lectures are also technically compulsory as well.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
You should go to lectures and seminars, because otherwise, like the ones that I've missed, I've struggled with those topics more.
You definitely, if you miss something, it's a bit difficult.
I think this is probably the most important question when doing English Lit, is how is the amount of reading and essays?
I mean,
I think we had quite a lot of reading, but I'm quite a slow reader.
I think my issue is that like some weeks, so one of our modules we've got Ali Smith, Girl Meets Boy, a tiny thin little book which takes about like 3 hours realistically,
it took me about
solid
3
reading.
hours.
And then another week, it was like a 2-week thing, we had David Copperfield. So that's one of those things, like, in a way it's good, it's varied, but if you, first term, when you get there, hi train!
Sorry about the train.
If you get here and you get your reading list, make sure that if there's some big books, start reading them early. Like, everyone told us to do that, and I completely ignored it.
I also ignored that, and for ones like David Copperfield,
still not
I haven't opened the first page. I watched the BBC adaptation.
I ended avoiding it in the exam.
Yeah,
I found every way not to do it.
Yeah, you can avoid not writing about a text, but I don't know if that's specific to just our uni. I wouldn't
risk it.
One of our friends yesterday, Rachel, was saying definitely if you can find out the reading list in the summer and read in the summer, definitely do, and that's what I'm going to do for this year coming.
Also, they will tell you to buy like a specific version of a book. If you really want to, go ahead and do that, but
it does end up costing a lot more.
So I did mine mostly with Blackwell's, which is the uni thing, which was really good. It like had deals and things, so I did think that was good. But to be honest, they say like, oh, it'll make a difference. If you're referencing your text at the end in the essay, which you will do, And hopefully you'll read through your text, you know where the quotes and stuff are. Like, it won't matter.
It doesn't matter.
If
No.
you're just referencing the right text, like, it won't matter.
I personally didn't buy the ones that we were told to, simply because some of them I'd already done at A level, so I had them already. And then the others, when I was looking at them, I was like putting them all into my Amazon basket, and like it got to so much money. I was like, but I can find these cheaper if I buy from different sellers on Amazon. Yeah, even second hand. So like I've started buying some for next year, which are like on my shelf up there, and I've bought them second hand because otherwise it was going to end up being like over £100.
Cardiff's got Black Closet's its own second-hand shelf, and also Cardiff's actually got quite a few second-hand shops, like bookshops. I know in the like markets, if you come early, come and check it out.
And also maybe getting in contact with people who you know have done the modules in years before. If they, I mean, I personally won't get rid of my books, but I know that some people like do.
Yeah, I've got a few on my book.
Yeah. Essays. I don't think we had a lot less essays than I was expecting.
Oh yeah, definitely. I was thinking like an essay, like I don't know if you guys do this, but A levels, you know, you're doing like an essay once a week, twice a week.
No.
Nothing like that here. Like,
My school didn't do that. Maybe once a month.
oh yeah, no, we did a lot of essays, but like they're okay here. I mean, this term I think was a little bit more difficult because my creative, that went up by like 1,000, 2,000 words. So, but you'll be fine. Like,
yeah. So basically, for every module we basically had formative essay, which is basically a practice one that you got feedback on, and then either 2 summative essays or a summative and an exam.
exams aren't too difficult. I literally just did one, and that sounds really bad to say that like exams aren't difficult, but
There's less preparation for it than there is for
less
A-level
like learning
exams.
quotes, as you know, and critics. It's more about Tony. It's more about like what you can do then and there and the skills you've learned, I think. So it's not. It's
I'd
different.
agree with that.
Definitely different.
How did we get to know people on our course? I personally, so our house that we live in at the moment, there's what, 8 flats, 6 flats, 8 flats.
8 flats.
8 flats in our house. So there's 64 people in the house in total, and we had this big group chat, and like people were posting what subject they were doing, and then we kind of made smaller group chats of like, we had like our house English chat. So and that's how we met.
Yeah, it was crazy because
we walked to like our inductions together.
I mean, I literally met some of my friends like from, you know, like in a pre's basically, you know, like freshers week. Everyone kind of, you know, they were a bit tipsy, and you're asking like which course you do, and we like you start to get introduced, and then I think because what we did is we met up on the first week and we'd walk to lectures and stuff, and you kind of pick people up on the way. We picked a few people up.
Yeah, so there's Fern also lives in our house, who was in a previous video. Then one of my flatmates, 2 of her friends from home are also here who both do English Lit, so that's how we met those 2.
And you just
and then we're living with them next year as well, so it's kind of,
you just pick people up, you really do. It sounds weird. And seminars as well, so there's a few people in seminars that after a while you might have 1 or 2 with them, or you just get friendly, like you will, because people, especially in the first few weeks, like be really open, because people are all, everyone's the same, you all kind of want to make friends, so make the effort.
Definitely, make the effort in the first few weeks as well, because I feel like the friendships that I made in the first few weeks are like the ones that have stuck. Whereas like I'll chat to other people now, but not as easy as it was when you first got here.
I think it's like definitely the people, because they say like people you meet in freshers you probably won't see again, which I think is kind of true. It's the people who like partially some of it's true, but like if you make friends in freshers, do you know what I mean? Like it's a bit different.
Yeah.
And also as you say, make the first step. Like I think Molly, who we're living with next year, I think I was the one to message and say like, do you want to walk together? You've got to make it, because otherwise.
Yeah.
But if you're living, you know, in a really sociable place,
then you'll find people easily. Yeah. Also go to like the society events. I know I didn't really go to any of the society events at the beginning of the year, but I'm gonna train. I mean, I say I'm gonna change that next year. I kind of have to because I'm on the society committee. But my aim as a society committee member next year is to make more freshers come to the first few weeks of events, so that they get to know not only people in their own lectures but people in other years as well, so we can talk to them, they can talk to us. What kinds of things did we study? You've done more modules than me. So in our core module, we kind of did a little bit of everything.
Yes.
We did a bit of poetry, we did Shakespeare, Huckleberry, I'm trying to look at my like shelf over there, Huckleberry Finn.
Foe.
That's another one I still haven't read. Is it okay?
It's not my cup of tea.
Yeah, I can't really remember the poetry we did in that. That was like 6
My
months
Last
ago.
Duchess and like,
like
sort of that kind of.
Yeah, and each week the lecturer would change, so you got lecturers who like specialised in that text basically.
Yeah, it was good actually, lots of variety.
Yeah, and then we did
Authoring
Authoring the Self, which
Victorians and Romanticism.
yeah, 'cause they're like, that's quite heavy. I like texts like that, but it is very heavy. It was like Jane Eyre,
David Copperfield.
David Copperfield was in that
Pride
one.
and Prejudice. I think it was one of those things that, we did like Fanny Burney something. And
Oh,
Burney and Piozzi.
oh, that her diary that was
Yeah.
just really graphic when she was having
Like-
a mastectomy.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
no,
it wasn't
great.
I think that module was good. I did enjoy
I
that
enjoyed
module.
that one, yeah.
But as Katie was saying, it is definitely, that was like probably the most text heavy one.
And then the other one we've done together is Star-Crossed. That was Romeo and Juliet,
Yeah.
Girl Meets Boy.
That was good. I enjoyed that.
I'm trying to think what other texts were in there. Wuthering Heights, which I'd done at A level. So I personally really enjoyed that module, but that one was really heavily affected by strikes. So there's quite a
yeah.
lot of stuff that we didn't get to cover in that.
And then I do creative, which is a 2-term module. I've loved it. It's really good. You have seminars, like a double seminar once a week where you workshop with your peers, so people your own age, and that's really good. I've made loads of friends through that actually, because it's very like you get to know each other.
I'm so looking forward to next year when we
No
can
train.
film without a train.
But like, yeah, that's really good because of creative, you kind of do your work every week and that makes your portfolio at the end. And then I also did transgressive bodies in medieval literature, which I loved, but it is one of those things that if you're going to do that, you kind of need to love, like it's Chaucer and stuff. It's not too heavy in Chaucer, but you kind of need to be fascinated by it.
Yeah, I wish I'd been allowed to do creative because I'm joint honours, it's not an option for me. Support and resources on offer. So one of our friends brought this up with us. So at the beginning of the year you are assigned a personal tutor for your subject. So they aren't for pastoral care, they're just for advice on your subject. And I got 2 because I've got one for English and one for philosophy. I personally haven't used either the English one just because the guy was a little bit funny. He told us that we shouldn't be socialising and we should be just studying all the time. He scared me off a little bit. But I think, have you spoken
I've
to
used
your-
mine.
Yeah.
So I got back a result on one of my essays that I was not happy with, and I just literally emailed her. She said feel free to come sign up, they have little boards you sign up. And she basically just went through my essay with me and highlighted all my issues. Like, that sounds really bad, but like, I do think, I mean, if you're obviously comfortable with yours, and also like if something goes wrong at home, like you just email them and they can they've got the contacts.
Advise
They're usually
you.
quite high up, I think, they're usually just like lecturers or something, so. they
Yeah,
can
I
have
might try and
contacts.
use mine next year.
They're useful, like they know who to go to.
Yeah, and resources as well. I feel like all the resources we need were on our uni website, so
Yeah.
like our referencing resources were all
They were helpful, yeah.
online.
They give you lots of stuff like,
Yeah.
and then someone I know on my course, she did this. If they don't put something up, like they forget to, she literally emailed them, and within 5 minutes they put the thing they forgot to put up on like a
Yeah.
PowerPoint or something. They are like our uni. I think our lecturers are quite on it. Personally, like that's,
They're very on it, yeah.
like, they know what they're doing.
Contact time, because another one of our friends brought this up. My first term I had 9 hours contact time and that was over 5 modules. This term I've had 7 hours and that's over 4 modules. So it's not a lot, but then you've got a lot of reading to do,
Yeah.
so I think that's why it's not a lot, especially
Yeah.
in first year.
Like a lot of people, I mean, I was surprised when I first got my timetable. Like it seems
Yeah.
not like a lot, but it's one of those things. The time you do kind of need to use it. It's not just like fun free time. You do like I think
Yeah,
I
you
should have made more effort last term to use it, and probably this term. You get into the habit of being lazy, but
Yeah,
you
I
need to use
know.
it.
Looked at our like timetables for next year and we have more hours contact time, so like the higher up the uni you go, because obviously first year doesn't actually count, you just have to
Learn
pass
skills.
and learn the skills, and so there is more contact time next year. But I know one of our friends was saying she kind of wished she knew how many hours she was paying for before
Yeah.
she signed up for uni. And then my last point I've actually written, we've already said already, is that like read the books in the summer.
Yeah, if you know exactly, like if you know, it's one of those things. I think they give you your lecturer email. Like if you're really concerned about it, I'm sure you could email them and just be like, I just want to know. Like you're not gonna.
Yeah, and I
Get bad points for
know
that.
for Cardiff, if you go onto the uni website and then you click on like your subject and then click on the module that you're doing, if you scroll right to the bottom of it, it says like essential reading. It has all of the text that you need to buy down at the bottom,
Yeah.
so you can buy them in
And
advance.
they usually have like you probably get this on your module like secondary reading. I didn't really use that much until essays, but if you're a keen bean, oh my god, train, and you're
I feel like I've never had this many trains go past all at once before.
Yeah, so if you're a keen bean and you want to get ahead, go for it.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else to like add. I've personally really enjoyed it. If you like books and you like analysing and close reading, then I definitely suggest doing English Lit at uni. I mean, like, personally I'm a really slow reader, and I know that like everyone was like, you're really gonna struggle, and like to be fair, I haven't done all the reading, but I'm like ready for next year. For next year I've got like everything kind of sorted, ready to read in the summer, so that I'm ahead of the game as such.
Yeah, and don't be too worried like if you're not experienced. Like everyone said, I mean, don't be put off as well. Everyone said to me, if you haven't done Chaucer, you're gonna hate the module that has Chaucer, and it was anything but. Like, I loved it. I mean, that sounds ridiculous, but I've never done Chaucer before. It wasn't that difficult. Like, you kind of pick it up, they help you, so don't be put off.
And even though all of the modules obviously have like a theme, all of the texts within them are so different as well, so you might hate your module one week, but by the next week you could love it. Because I know that like some of the like texts and stuff we covered I wasn't that interested in, but then others I really, really enjoyed.
It's very much like a personal taste thing. So.
Yeah. I don't really know if there's anything else to say.
I think, like...
Yeah, I'm trying to think what else like I would have wanted. I guess the other thing I would have quite liked to know, which is probably specific to our uni, is that all of our lectures wouldn't be in our faculty building.
Oh yeah.
So I was expecting to be based in one building the whole time, but like I've had a lecture in most of the newer university buildings
and
now.
they're all in like the main building area. If you come on an open day, they're all kind of, they're not too far.
Yeah, it can
It's
take...
quite nice though.
Yeah. It's nice to switch
Bit of a
it up,
walk.
because also our building isn't the nicest.
Like, I'm weirdly fond of it. That's like the thing. So I'm weirdly fond of our building. If you're
I
coming,
like the inside. The inside's like a maze.
It is like a maze. I love it. You've got the little cafe. Like, it's weird how it's a bit like, but it's fine. Like, you get used to it, and it's. I work in there a lot actually. Oh, library maybe.
I personally don't like libraries in general. Because I don't like working in silence, like intimidates me.
That's
So
why
I personally do all my work in my room, and I also like to be able to completely write all over a book if I want to. So personally, like, the library isn't the biggest resource for me, but I know quite a lot of people do use it.
And they're making it more like, how do I put it? Sort of like user friendly. Like, it's got a cafe at the bottom now, the main
The cafe's
one.
really nice actually.
Yeah. This is one thing I really like, because they've all got cafes, so you want to read a book, go to a cafe.
Actually, the other thing I found weird about the library is that it is open to people other than uni students.
Is it?
Well, I say
saw
other than
this.
uni students. I don't know
I saw a lot
whether
of Cardiff Met people going in there.
so the other uni in Cardiff also can use our library. And I'm not sure if the general public can as well, but that's just like one thing to be aware of, that not everyone in there is going to be from your uni.
I've also noticed a lot of older people in there. I think they might be, I want to say lecturers or, you know, post-grads or something, but
Yeah,
there are, it's quite diverse, but yeah, no, just be aware, not just us.
It sounds bad, but I feel like you go into a uni building, you're like, everyone here's from my uni, and then
And you
you're
see, like, everyone's, I don't know, call it Cardiff Confessions, you've seen it, it's like, oh my god, a Cardiff Met person, it's like, oh, what?
a bit of rivalry going on. I can't really think of anything else. I hope this video has helped you if you're trying to decide whether to do English Lit at uni, especially if you want to do it at Cardiff. If you do have any questions, feel free to contact either me or Ella in regards to doing English Lit. I will leave all of our links down below. Yeah, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe as well, and I'll see you in my next video. I love how I did that in sync.
That was creepy.